Yo, I thought that they were just coming for this man. That's what I thought. It appears that everybody should know who Andrew Tate is by now. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know as far as the case. There's so much content on that, so I'm not gonna cover too much of that. At first, he's inspired a lot of people, a lot of men, in the red pill manosphere space or whatever. A lot of people say he's misogynistic or whatever. I know that, for one, there's a lot of satire that he uses. He puts on certain characters and stuff like that. So I give that a pass because it's whatever. It's satire. I'm just talking about as far as understanding him. Not saying that I agree with it, because I'm gonna get into that. But I understand. As far as, is he a good or bad? It's like, as a Christian, I have to speak in a certain way, because I know that if you look at the face value, yeah, he's helping people, motivational, whatever. I would see it as more entertainment, maybe slight motivation, but obviously nothing is beneficial unless you're getting closer to God, right? That's just the way I have to say it. But let's put some of the biblical stuff to the side. There's so much information out there. It blows my mind to think that I really thought that they were just coming for him because of the message that he was speaking. And it very well could be still possible. But when you look at everything, this man really thought that he was untouchable. He has so much knowledge, and, he knows so many things, and he's a smart guy, but also it does seem like he was missing a few screws, because how can you say these things and testify to these things that you've done? I personally don't think that he has like women locked up in his house, in the basement or whatever. I don't think, but who knows? Evidence, I don't know if it's circulated about that yet, but I will say there was obviously some manipulation involved. But this is the problem. When you think you're untouchable, no matter how much you think you're helping people, when there's a level of pride, you will fall. And that's just how it is. So you have to be careful when you're doing a service to people, and then you think that you spit white, you think that everything you say is just, when you reach the top, most Googled man on earth, you think that justifies certain things that you do. So he was really speaking about all of these things that he was doing. And I'm just like, so you do think that you're untouchable. How he makes women fall in love with him, and he convinces them that he's gonna marry them. And this is all in transcripts where he said this stuff. There was something about him not giving women the money that they've earned on, obviously this is not, Christian activity going on. So there's that. And this is why I titled the video this way, because obviously we constantly want to look at things from a secular viewpoint, because separation from church and state or whatever. But if you don't bring biblical values into it at all, this is what I always say: people that are of the world are going to use Christian methods, biblical methods, to gain success. But then when you don't actually apply the Bible to your life and salvation and everything else that the Bible has to offer, this is what you run into. So whether people think he did it or not, this is gonna cause problems, because he's not coming to the root. Obviously, there's you're gonna run into issues. There's pride, there's arrogance, there's, if I met Andrew Tate, I'm sure that I wouldn't have a problem with him as a person. I would have no problem saying, "What's up, man? Love what you do," whatever. Certain things. But yeah, That's my take on Andrew Tate. I just don't think it's a surprise that this happened. Reason why, I mean, it's shocking, but the reason why I say it's not a surprise is because no man can be at the top and be that confident in himself without falling. Pride goes before destruction, a hardy heart before a fall. I mean, that's what happened. Bible tells you. Prime example. Boom. It doesn't matter if you think you're helping people, if you're motivating certain people. I mean, it doesn't matter. You're in the long run, you can't possibly be helping someone if you're conveying a certain arrogance that you're gonna instill in other people. You know, we have to come off as humble people. And I love what Matt Walsh said. The problem with the red pill is not that they're not speaking truth. They're speaking a lot of truth. But when it comes to marriage, yeah, there are issues with marriage. And Andrew Tate also believes in like polygamous relationships. And I know people are gonna say, oh, well, you're just being too Christian or whatever. But let's think about it in a secular viewpoint. You have so many women going towards the high value man, and we say, well, a lot of men are having problems getting married in this day and age. So we're running from monogamous relationships where it's one man, one woman together. And we're either running towards polygamous relationships, which is destroying the family unit for other people. And if I'm just gonna say it, like me, if I were how they describe a high value man, I would not view it the same way. I know people would say, oh, well, you're not there yet, but still, if I was truly trying to do good for men, would I be sleeping with their women? It's like, no. I'm helping you by trying to pull you up to my level. But only a certain amount of men can be at that level. So when you think about it in a logical perception, we have to go into this understanding that they're giving us some knowledge about things. But when you really think about it, are you actually helping other people? Or would you rather be greedy and use the knowledge that you're giving us, kind of use the value that you're giving us to catapult your position on top? To still, it's like a manipulation tactic almost. It's like they're using this tactic to get likes, to get views, to get money. And they're boosting themselves up, saying, well, women, you have to be okay with a man cheating. And you're brainwashing women to think that they should be okay with their man cheating now, because that's how bad they want a high value man. And now women are okay with flocking to the top percent and sharing the man. And all of the jealousy that they feel, they're going to try to ignore it even though it's there. So yeah, red pill has a lot of issues too. Even though I look at the information and I take it through a filter, and they have definitely helped me a lot, I can say that. But as a Christian, if you don't take it through a filter, then you're not doing justice to the way God designed us. That's all I have to say. If you like what I have to say, give it a like. Just consider subscribing. I'm going to be talking about different things. If you have another video that you want me to react to, respond to, send it to Ashlee Keyton, ASHLEE KEYTON on my Instagram. And God bless y'all.